Keep you up to date with what is happening with the search and rescue operations underway in KZN this hour. Cape Town's K9 unit has now also joined the search for missing people. Let's go back to where the search is taking place. Aviwe Mtila still in Reservoir Hills for us, I understand. Aviwe, hello to you. People missing in the area. Sniffer dogs have now been brought in, have they? What's the latest?
Yes, Gareth, an 8-year-old girl as well as a 43-year-old gentleman that are believed to have been swept away by the floods here. It's believed that a 5-meter tall wall of water swept through here, causing havoc on the damage that you are seeing and well, right in front of you here. That's the Cape Town K9 fire and rescue unit that's currently been here on the ground for nearly an hour now, and I am told, I just spoke to the team some 5 minutes ago, that are telling me that on the ground the dogs, the K9s, have actually given positive indications more than twice. So the area that they're searching there now, they believe that there could possibly be someone there. They say themselves that as they dig and they come across holes, they are able to get some scent in there. It's the time duration now, Gareth, of how long then these searches could take. They're saying that the digging could take from 30 minutes, anything from 30 minutes to 2 days, but they have a positive indication from both the K9s as well as them in terms of the sense that they're smelling. This is the rubble that you see, the wake of destruction, in fact, that has been left behind. As you see what seems to be a forest, there were plenty of houses here which were swept away, as we believe, in that 5-meter tall water, as it literally left a trail of discussion here. In fact, I want to catch up with some of the community members and find out how they're doing. Mama, thank you for joining us at eNCA, but maybe tell us on what happened on that day and where were you, Mama?
Kule ndawo sikuyo silahlekelwe kakhulu kule mvula ibikhona inkulu lapha kuhambe imijondolo esihlala kuyo kwashona nabantu abashonile lapha bawu3 silahlekelwe ngama ID oyi1 ufumanekile umzimba A2 ayikafumaneki and le ndawo sihlala kuyo asisayicela isicela uba sifunelwe enye indawo emasihlale kuyo apho sizohlala siphephile ngoba siphephanga nabantwana bethu.
Okay, this lady is basically telling the story of how 3 people lost their lives here and the wake of destruction that has been left behind. They say that they have nothing currently and they don't even want to live here in this part of Reservoir Hill, but they want to be moved somewhere else. I want to catch up with some more. Mkhulu, just usitshele ngesimo eniphila kuso ngoku.
Hayikonzima siphila ngoba kumanje silala ngapha esikoleni ukudla yapha siyakuthola kodwa manje inkinga indawo zokuthi sihlale sohlala kanjani emini ngoba ingane zovula esikoleni manje sokube sibe sikuphi sibe senzani ngoba nesemsebenzini kumele besiye sisithatha into zokudla kunzima manje.
The problem is food at the moment, Gareth. Just the access to just food, never mind the children, and the gentleman mentioning how are the children going to be able to go to school here. I'm going to move around and try to get more reaction on the ground. Mama, niphila njani ngathi uqayile niphila njani yabona nemvula ngathi yabuya ngoku niphila njani?
Siyoyika asiphili kakuhle. Siyoyika asinani indawo zokuhlala, izindlu zemka nempahla zahamba zonke nje.
Uhulumende ukhe waza ngapha ulukhona uncedo ngeke nalifumana?
Andazi ke mina ke uhulumende ngoba benisesibhedlela andazi ke uba wafika awafika.
Okay, not sure if the government has been here, but she's very afraid as the rain seems to be persisting, afraid of what might happen here, given that they don't have shelters, they don't have places to live in, and they basically have nothing. Siswam, uloyiko lwakho nje ubone ngathi imvula izawuphinda ibuye nje. Yinoni uloyiko lwakho?
Hey, asilali ngisho ukulala ebusuku imvula meyaqala nje ukunetha ayi kodwa ukuthi vele ke sihamba siyolala esikoleni so akulaleki ngisho sebusuku nje mothi uyacimeza nje iyaqala iyabuya lento into
nike nalithola
nje uqamba ngibabe lokho nje usize ngoba kuqale ngisho izolo ukufika into ethi phoyisa qale ngisho izolo amaphoyisa bengakaza azalibeke selokuyenzeka lento le usizo nje alukho usize sisalitholile alukho.
Okay, she doesn't want to lie. They haven't received any assistance from government. The first time that they saw police yesterday, as we do understand, 3 people have passed away here. 1 body has already been recovered by the Cape Town Fire Search and Rescue Unit. There are 2 more bodies that are believed to have been left in the here, and those positive indications been given on the ground. As I continue to sniff on, even speaking to the gentlemen on the ground there, they tell me that they themselves have received the scent that gives suggestions that they so it pulled Gareth to underneath their hands.
All right, Aviwe, we're going to just leave it there for the moment. We may just keep your picture up. It's a little broken up for the moment. You can forgive the situation, those joining us this afternoon here on today on eNCA. As we all know, it's major infrastructure issues, not just electricity, not just water, but also you can imagine the network connections in areas like this have been badly affected. So we're losing some of Aviwe's audio as well. I'm not too sure if we'll try and keep Aviwe on. Maybe we can, maybe we can't, but please forgive the slight picture breakup. Even with our advanced technology here at eNCA, when we're in areas like this where the infrastructure has been completely destroyed, I'm sure you'll forgive us for a slight breakup in audio and picture. In fact, Aviwe, my crack team telling me that we have your audio back as well. Forgive me, we came out for a moment, we lost you. Let's go back to you though, and I'm recognizing as well, as part of that search and rescue effort, members of SARSA, it's a search and rescue South African organization, a bunch of volunteers also getting in there to try and lend a hand. I want to know 2 things from you. I'm seeing cables lying in the water. My concern would be live electrical cables. And then 2, of course, is when you were driving in, how difficult was it to access Reservoir Hills?
I'll start with that last question, Gareth, because the roads itself has been ripped apart by the water, the floods that happened here. There was a portion of the road that's actually been cordoned off. We had to drive on the side of it, which was even terrifying on itself, given that there was a huge damage to the road itself. That's coming here, Gareth. We had to park. We're at least some 200 meters from the actual road here, where we're parked now, and coming here and going. We were told Munich from the Cape Town Fire Search and Rescue Unit that these are live cables. So we had to tiptoe essentially to get to the point that we are here. We can't really come close to those electricity cables as we do. They are live cables. The team on the ground here has been here for at least an hour now, and they say they have those positive indications. We saw the K9 just now sniffing around, and it seems like there is positive indication. On the ground is still continuing to dig. Themselves, they say that they have positive sense that they have smelt themselves, but the issue now is the time that it will take just to go through the rubble here. Derek Munich from the team suggesting that it could take some 30 minutes or even 2 days just to get through the rubble, depending on the depth of what is there. But what we do know at this moment that there was an 8-year-old girl. In fact, the last time she was seen was next to this van here, the father being the one interviewed there, saying that he first had to rescue a younger girl, and then as he tried to rescue this daughter here, that's when the water even swept her even further. So we do understand it's this 8-year-old girl that's currently being looked for, as well as a 43-year-old gentleman in Reservoir Hill, as those search and rescue efforts continue here in KwaZulu-Natal at the wake of the flooding that has left devastation.
And we can see the K9 units on the ground as well, the highly trained K9s trying to do what they can, let them get on with their job as well. Aviwe, I saw with the people that you were talking to, the residents there, they obviously have no homes to go to now, all hiding under one shelter. I understand you're not a meteorologist, but just give me a sense of what you're seeing weather-wise. Sometimes the cameras don't quite pick up how dark those clouds are. Is it currently raining? I'm not able to see into the water. Is it currently raining, and what's the expectation?
So it's been drizzling throughout the morning, Gareth. It's been drizzling for most of the day, in fact, from last night, but it's not heavy rain as yet. It's just those fears, of course, as it's been cautioned even by government. I remember I was in an interministerial briefing yesterday that suggested that if these rains continue, that it would cause bigger problems. You do understand that 13,593 households have been affected by the damage and the flooding itself, but that's only the households that have actually been able to be accessed, because areas like this, as I've been speaking to the community for Reservoir, that they haven't seen any government officials. The first time that they was yesterday, so all a part of those 30.
All right, I think we're going to come out of Aviwe for the moment. We understand how difficult it is trying to maintain the signal coming out of Reservoir Hills. It's not just because of bad signal generally. You can imagine the infrastructure badly damaged, cell phone networks, fibre, everything that we rely on with our technology, even our tech for live broadcasts is just not being helped at the moment because of the bad signal. So you'll forgive us for that. Back to Aviwe Mtila, Reservoir Hill. You can see the destruction beginning to get dark there.